The Sweet Baby Inc. controversy just continues to blow up, with people on both sides starting to label it Gamergate too, as more and more people are being woken up to what's been going on in the gaming industry for over a decade now. All of these companies, whether it's at the developer or these outside consultation companies like Sweet Baby Inc., who are only concerned with inclusion and diversity and equity, and essentially doing everything they can to push the woke agenda at all costs, as opposed to actually giving gamers what they want. And now everyone can see clearly this disgusting relationship between games journalists and game developers. They are linked hand in hand for their hatred of gamers. And right now they're doing everything they can to protect each other. And it's getting next level, because despite the fact that we've heard for years, there's no blacklist. If you were to speak up about something like this in your company, I'm sure you'd be perfectly fine. That's what games journalists and developers have been telling us for years. Well, now that this has popped off, they're making it very, very clear that if you step out of line, they are going to fucking cancel you, and they are going to make sure you never work again. That's what both in-game development and the game journalists have been saying right now. We know that Sweet Baby Inc. desperately tried and failed miserably to get a group banned on Steam. We saw that when it happened. Chris Kindred, an employee of Sweet Baby Inc., wanted them to falsely report not just the Steam group that just let people know what games Sweet Baby Inc. are involved in, but also get the creator banned. His Steam account just wanted it banned. They are the ones that started a harassment campaign against Cabrutus and against this Steam group. It blew up in their faces, and now they've been trying to cover their ass, whether it's the CEO going out there doing interviews with people like Bryant Francis, who will just spew lie after lie after lie for her, and try to get Discord and Steam to ban this group once again. It's insane the levels they're going to. But now if you're in the industry, whether it's games journalism, game developers, if you're in the industry, and if you maybe take the side of, I don't know, say your audience, gamers, well, it might not be good for you, because look at this. We talked about Alyssa Mercante, the Kotaku journalist who wrote this piece of shit article that has really been trying to play victim for a week now at this point. I see a lot of industry folks and leaders with massive followings and influence staying very, very quiet right now. I'll remind you of one of my favorite Audre Lorde quotes: "Your silence will not protect you." That's a threat right there. If you don't come out and support games journalists and other, people of color that are developers and are pushing for woke agenda and all this bullshit, if you don't go do that, then we're going to remember, and we're going to make sure you get driven out of the community. That's what this is saying. And that got doubled down on by a developer. Meme Bastard tweeted this out. Remember when games journalists tried to say blacklists didn't exist? Well, sure as shit. Look at this. Game developer consultant Richie DeWitt promises to destroy careers of video game employees if they call out DEI policies. Richie DeWitt, the founder of Bare Knuckle, which is described as an inclusive business development consultancy for experienced and up-and-coming game developers, promised to destroy the careers of anyone in the video game industry that calls out DEI policies. Now, I think Grums, Mark Kern is the one who originally screenshot some of this. I have the full thing right here that I want to read. I've been seeing more and more hateful Gamergate-esque opinions. I want to be clear where I stand. I won't tolerate any harassment, violence, or threats towards devs, minorities, or women in our industry in any space that I own or have control over. Remember, this started with a harassment campaign from woke fuck Sweet Baby Inc. employees towards a gamer. That's how this started. That's how all of this kicked off. Just wanted to remind everybody of that. I don't care about your opinions. I won't go into discussions with you. I'm not interested in explaining to you how little you know of the workings of our industry, and I will report and block your account immediately. And if, by any chance, you happen to be working in this industry and you are voicing said opinions, I'll screenshot you, put you on a person list, and I'll advocate you never work at a company I work for or are associated with. Cheers. You have it both in development and in journalism right now. You have the people that are trying to spearhead this shit threatening everyone else. You better stand up for us. You better have the right opinion, or we are going to remember, and we are going to make sure to destroy your fucking career. That's how it works with these people. That's why we're talking about some of the same shit we talked about from 10 years ago. The threats are so blatant. They are out there, but this is how it is. This is the current status, this insidious relationship between games journalists and game developers, and they all fucking hate gamers. There have been so many tweets just despising gamers, saying, this isn't made for you. You're not our core audience. What, gamers aren't? Gamers aren't the audience for games? These people fucking despise their audience. They despise their customers. They fucking hate you. And they just go and embarrass themselves more and more every single day in an effort to gaslight everybody in the media to be on their side, everybody in game development to be on their side. But unfortunately, there's a lot more gamers out there than there are games journalists or game developers. Gamers are speaking very, very loudly and very clearly that they're tired of this bullshit and they're not going to let it pass. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.